up, what up?
Hey, we are live again. And guess what? We have a friend with us. I just whispered in his ear for the first time. But we got secret. Woo!
Woohoo! Glad to be here.
Yeah,
That's the exact energy that I want.
yeah.
Oh, man. So we
So,
have special stuff going on. I'll let Raven go ahead and take it because he's been excited for this.
yeah, well, we've been speculating for a week now, and it's finally here. Um, Obviously, we know the player cap is going up, the gear tiers are now going up to gear 16, and the color has been chosen. The color of the new gear is teal.
Teal.
Teal gear. Teal gear. That's what we'll be aiming for now. Um, so
Okay,
basically,
may
those
I
two
have a
things are
word?
gonna get
May
you.
I have a word?
Please go ahead. That's what you get.
I think teal is a bad choice of color because it's going to resemble blue gear too much and they should have gone with the red 100%.
Now I agree. Red was the obvious choice. So I'm gonna give it to teal.
Maybe it won't
We
be.
just have to have a look.
Maybe it won't be so bad. Like they say the color, but maybe it'll be a little off, just to have the difference. I'm just going to assume and hope that they actually thought everything through before they actually put it out. I'm just gonna. That's all I'm gonna say.
Or they could do what Swagog did and make heroes teal color and villains red, but eh,
Uh,
minor details.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, that'll work. So
So anyway,
along with
teal.
the T2 ISOs, right? That's what you're saying.
Basically the blue ISOs, but
Oh, the gear tier
they're
stuff.
introducing Doom. Yeah, they're introducing Doom Raid 2, and they are
Yay!
saying it's going to be the exact same requirements. So we're going to still sit with bios, still mutants and whatever. But to enter them, you got to have blue ISOs. That's it. To start off, you got to have blue ISOs.
Yeah, we're kind of already
So I mean,
there in a
yeah,
sense for Doom One. So let's just add more to it. Now we just need more of the blue ISOs already.
From
yep.
what I
Oh, and the
read and from what I
yeah.
remember what I read, they are not adding like level 4 and 5 blue eyes, so they're just sticking to the current ones,
Mm,
level 1 to 3, which is, I
yeah.
don't know, if they are adding
Mm,
gear 16, they could just finish the blue ISO too. Because personally, when I open orbs, I already get some crystals for level 4 on a few characters, so all that is missing is just the elite blue ISO currency or
yeah.
something else that thing is called.
Well, that's fine. I mean, getting to level 3 is okay. I mean, if they're gonna stick to level 1 being the minimum for all the levels, that'll be fine. But knowing them, it'll be like level 1, level 2, maybe level 3 at the end. They haven't really, they actually said in the news, they haven't, there's no exact details, but it's being worked on. So
Yeah, that's pretty much the
that's,
state of this whole post that they are working on things and nothing is ready yet.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of like
right.
when they first announced
Yeah.
like, oh, we're gonna have war, and you just saw the tab in the game, but then
Uh,
you just tap on it. You know, you could never get to it, and then a year later, you can go into war. So, but then again, that was
yeah.
Foxnet. So
Oh,
let's
that's
see how fast Scopely goes.
this will come before the end of the year. I'm pretty sure. This is the second half preview. I know I'm being optimistic, but still, I feel like all of these will come out. Yeah, so Doom Raid 2 is coming out, and that's the only way we're going to be able to get, or the primary way that we're going to get the teal gear, gear 16. So, yeah. So we had a question in the last podcast towards the end asking what they should do, and yeah, I was right. Put your put your blue ISOs into your raid teams because reinvest because that's going to be the teams you're going to use for Doom.
Yep,
You
just
know,
follow your A teams.
I think.
And following those raid
Yeah.
teams with the Gear 16 and Doom Raid 2 with blue ISOs. The next
Uh,
wonderful topic, and I have a lot of curiosity here is the latest Dark Dimension that's going to be coming out. Dark Dimension 5.
Let's yep, yep. So let's just say off the bat, this is going to have a new character, and from the looks of it, it's going to be the last character, the last Dark Dimension that we have. And it's Dormammu. He's come to bargain. So
He's come to
I feel
bargain,
like
or we come to bargain, because that
I feel like Scope. I think we have to go and bargain to Scope. I think.
I think the response
Yeah.
from the live chat is that I people can barely hear me.
Is it you or?
I can hear you. I can hear you just fine.
Hmm.
I'll look into it right now, but y'all can go ahead and keep going.
Yeah.
Okay,
Not
says
you.
it's not
I,
me.
I think it's you, Tony. So
What about me?
he can hear me. He can hear Secret. Can you hear Secret?
Oh, it
That
might be
guy.
because at times I'm like moving away. So I am currently working right now and talking. So it can be a pain here. I'll turn myself up. I hope that helps. Sorry, everybody. Okay, we'll see if that works.
Okay, Shadow Raider, on the question of Blue ISOs and who to get up, I think the main focus should be your Doom Raid C characters.
Are you listening to
As
me?
they'll go straight into Doom Raid 2, so that's going to be a good investment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean it's gonna be.
No, I agree with that.
You were listening to me, weren't you?
Yeah. And you get two vulnerables by getting a level 3 skirmisher on somebody. Or raider.
Yeah, I'm gonna be really curious about the. I mean, just the enemies that we're gonna have to fight in the new Dark Dimension.
As
Be all the
Raven
new
knows,
characters.
I just beat a DD4 today and they just announced DD5 the same day.
Yeah, I'm still behind. I have 3 nodes left in DD3, which, if you remember from last time, I was only halfway through. So now I have 3, and then I still have to deal with 4. So I'm extremely excited. I just can't wait to go through all this crap. But yeah, so I have nothing for that right now.
Well, yeah, I just finished Cosmic today, so I'm waiting to just level up some city heroes, but I didn't finish getting 4 of them. So yeah. I just need to yeah, I'm almost at city, and then legendary I think I'm finished. So just city I have to finish. I mean, not finish the nodes, but finish the people I need for them.
Buckle up for City, that's what I'm going to tell you.
Everyone's saying that City Node 12, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah. No, that's gonna be terrible.
So
we are back to the news. So looking at it, they released a picture of Dormammu, pretty much comic-like, not like the Dormammu we got in the movie. I mean, that wouldn't work anyway.
We
That would
couldn't
just
really
be a floating
see
head.
that version anyway, so they just
Yeah.
went with a modern comic look, which I think looks good.
Yeah, it does. So basically, there's not much details left on this, but the way they worded it, it sounds like this is the last Dark Dimension. You brought up a good point, Secret, that they're probably going to redo everything with a new name later on, so that we continue doing this. But there's going to be something different. I think you mentioned something about Apocalypse, right?
Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be Apocalypse, but that's the general idea I have of it moving forward, because they do make a lot of money from all the Dark Dimension races going on when they start a new one, so.
Hell yeah, they do.
True. Yeah, they do. They do. So that's exciting. We're getting Dormammu. At least it's not no.
At least they're looking at that
Um,
too. I mean, of course, yeah, that's gonna be a lot of money to be made. Everyone wants to buy the gear that they can, the characters that they're missing, or get those extra shards, and just start throwing everything to it as soon as they can. It's going to their pockets are gonna get even bigger coming up. Because who's not gonna want Dormammu? You know.
right. Oh, 100% I agree. So they also announced some improvements that they're going to be making. Just to go on with this. Do you have any more comments on
Yeah,
Dr.
can I
Any
interrupt
thoughts?
you?
Of course.
I like that the improvement of Alliance War is just not even touching it, basically.
So
uh,
this is a little late. It wasn't coming up for a second, but I just threw up the image of Dormammu. Ooh, I said that wrong. But I threw up his image on the stream, and I'll leave it up there for a little bit
mhm.
in case anybody wants to see his concept art.
Yeah, work in progress.
I do like the way he looks. So
RTA is getting some changes, which is, I don't know if it's for better or worse, because they take away the ability objectives and only making it KOs and wins, and then those bands that they are talking about aren't going to be working really well. It's going to be a pain in the ass to get all those feeds done.
Oh yeah, 100%. I don't know if they consider those improvements or detriments. They just
That's
seem to be making it a little bit harder.
yeah, it's gonna be
You
a
know,
pain in the ass
that's
but
regardless.
not.
pretty much every
Yeah,
news about RTA.
they should just be done with it. To be honest, nobody likes RTA.
Nope.
No one's spending money for RTA. It's just a useless mode.
Honestly,
And now they
I
say,
do want to know if there is someone that has spent money in RTA. I really do want to know that.
yeah,
Yeah, Shadow
it's just
Raider. Dormammu can manipulate his size, so he can be a giant or he can be just or
a midget.
normal height.
Uh, so about this alliance, or did they mention anything? I haven't even read it to be honest.
No, but you know,
Uh,
for a while, do you remember seeing an upgrade option in War for the rooms?
oh, that for a while. That's been there since the beginning. I think they removed it though, right? I haven't looked recently.
I don't know, but what if that could be one of the things that they might bring back?
No, what they were talking about actually before was giving you two extra defense teams per room, or two extra rooms or something like that. Something along those lines. Like they were giving extra defense, so it'll be longer wars, like 24 hours, but you still the race to the full clear is not going to be that quick because extra slots to kill.
That's a
Something
Yes,
good
along
point.
and
those lines.
apparently a feedback from that beta test was just horrible, so they pushed it back.
Mhm. Exactly.
Hmm.
Uh,
Extra characters for a defense. That's new.
I,
That just seems like a pain in the ass right now.
yeah. Well, I mean, taking out 16 is one thing. Taking out 20, it's going to make a longer war. Like in terms of attacking, it's going to definitely be longer. They'll have to give you more attacks,
They have to give more
you know. So
characters
you'd
too,
instead of
so you should be expecting
well,
even more
that's
character
never a
releases.
problem.
No, because you know they're gonna release
That's
50
never
more X Men. That's gonna always be my
exactly.
rant.
It's okay, more X-Men.
Hey, but that's also going along with um, what was it? The additional shit. What was it? The save squads. You know, they're expecting even more to come through if they're going to start adding more slots to save per level that you reach. And I think
Oh yeah.
what was it, to level 80
Mm-hmm.
you can have 40 slots, and they're all categorized now
Uh-huh.
between blitz, war, raids, and arena.
160 160 save squads in total because of the tabs,
I mean, I don't mind it
which is
because
good.
I like
Actually, I
the
actually like that.
organization. Yeah,
Yeah,
I like it having organized
yeah.
because I use, like, I have to scroll through whenever I'm using my specific teams for attacking in war. So I would like to actually be able to have those separate. But Ooh, I'm gonna spend more
Right.
time organizing my teams than anything else when that drops.
Yes, I will speak about the game mode from Swagach when we will get to that part in the blog. I have played it.
Okay. Okay. This the. Okay. So another cool thing I think is okay is also basic combat. So if you're in raids and you're autoing, you can just set the auto mode to basic attacks only. So if you want to save your special on ultimate, which I'm doing in Doom raids, will help. I think that's a good feature, I guess.
That is fucking
You know.
amazing because I've always wanted that.
Yeah. So that's something that's pretty cool.
Yes, in
Uh.
Dark Dimension, it's really good to have basics only
Mm,
toward the end of a node, so you wouldn't waste any
uh-huh.
important
Yeah, I
abilities.
usually stop using the auto like when I was like 4 or
You know,
5
I mean,
enemy
yeah.
left, and then just basic attacks.
Like, like when I'm using my symbiotes, I don't auto because I'm scared that AV is going to use his revive, his special, when no one's dead, and then he'll just use it, and a little bit of health gets added. I'm like, oh, I keep forgetting that he will go straight to the special. So this will help. I like that. No complaints. I hope it comes out in the next one. Okay, this one is for your programming geeks. Uh,
Which is,
they
and how could
expanded
you
the
skip the
API
new
feature.
source option?
What's with
Oh,
the
what is
API?
that? It's just fairly straightforward. You sort character by character level, ascending to descending.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
I
cool.
wasn't. I honestly, I really wasn't listening to what he said. I missed it completely. My bad. So,
Yeah, so
Yeah,
basically
so
API. Raven can make a bot with an API now, apparently, so.
yeah.
well, because you know it, Raven
Oh,
walks around like he's a badass, so you know. So, added
uh,
to that is going to be more costumes
yes, this
coming
is what
in.
we were.
Um, they didn't really say too much. That it's obvious that they're going to be adding way more costumes, but we did get a nice little look at two
Yeah.
extras that are coming out, which I just threw up on the screen. And we have an alternate for
Uh-huh.
Carnage and the alternate from Black Widow of Taskmaster, which I guess is kind of cool.
Mm.
I'll take it.
Yeah, I like the Taskmaster
Secret.
one,
Yeah.
Where's the
because
carnage from? That looks like it's from zombies.
it's from the most recent symbiote global event called Maximum Car or Absolute Carnage, if I remember correctly.
Uh-huh.
Which
Okay.
the skin itself is supposed to be look good, but I don't know. I didn't really like this one because I suppose it's just an issue with the Carnage model as a whole for me in this game because he looks like a child with his height and complexion.
Yeah, he is the smallest symbiote for some reason. You're right. But I mean, Venom towers over everybody as well. Even with the animations, if you notice, when Wolverine does his ult on a big character like Hulk or Juggernaut, he does a different animation to other people.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
he does that. He does the big character animation to Venom. And I don't think Venom was as that big as the other ones. What I mean? So
I mean,
I think.
Hulk and Venom are both tiny too. Like they have absurdly small legs, and Hulk is
Yeah,
actually smaller than the
Hulk's
Thing,
huge,
which
but
is
but in the game he's like a kid. You're right, kid Hulk
yeah.
in a way. Okay, so moving on, we had some new game modes coming out in 2022. Let's see, the new game mode, Grand Tournament. So, Secret, do you want to talk about this? Since I think this is
Yes,
something coming out of
sure.
Star
Yeah,
Wars.
sure.
Take it
Yeah.
So,
away.
what basically they're doing is just copy pasting a game mode from Swagger calling Grand Arena. And the point of Grand Arena is that you register for it and you get in a group with other players, and as you progress through the tournament, you get up and up, which and the fights itself between the two players consist of three phases as it's described in the blog itself. You set up your defense, you attack. Oh wait, it's actually two phases, never mind. So yeah, you set up your defense and you attack. And they also going to rotate different rules here, which isn't really applied in Swagach. But to keep it simple, it's just going to be a single player Alliance War mode for MSF, which I think is good because MSF doesn't really have
Me too.
a good PvP game mode
Mm. You
where
know,
you can
this should
where
replace RTA.
your collection actually matters. And
Yeah.
hopefully they're going to carry all the war bonuses from Alliance Wars into Grand Championship, so it could breathe a new life into some teams like Heroes for Hire, Shadowlands, and etc.
I really hope this isn't going to
Mm.
be like a daily thing to do.
In Swagach, it's it's basically 3 fights a week, so like war pretty much. But championships there are like an event, so it's not like it's coming back every week. It has certain points where it's not active.
Okay. Yeah, Shadow Raider. I'm pretty sure they're gonna do some sort of pass because
Yeah,
why not?
I feel the same.
$30 for
I have to make money.
$30 for the season pass, and it's what, an extra 30 or $35 for RTA, and then who knows what this one's gonna be.
Also, they're
Uh,
going to add this game mode. They'll have to add an option to look through other players' collections because that's a big part in Swagach where you go through your enemy roster, see what teams they have built up, what mods, or in MSF's cases would be ISOs they have on them, and all like that.
yeah,
I
no,
can't
I
I
agree.
can't fix it right now, Rev. It really sucks. I know.
So it's not me, huh? Thank God.
Yeah,
I thought it was me this whole time.
it's a bunch of
I'm the one
annoyances
with the
right now.
shitty internet. No, actually, my internet's pretty strong. It's
Yeah, I don't
regulation.
know why it has that echo
Yeah.
because it hasn't before. But this was a very quick. This was a really quick
By the
stream.
way, by the way, Revenger, that is his part-time job. He goes to the train station and makes shitty PA announcements,
I
right?
do. I do every day. Every day.
Yeah, yeah. He needs extra money.
I do.
It's good,
All right,
honest
who's
work.
getting
Don't
on?
judge him.
Who the fuck is going to Austin? Get the fuck on your train. Hurry up. Get the fuck out of here. Let's go. Get your tickets. And I'm clapping like that too. Get your tickets. Let's go. And then I have to occasionally tell people about their cars. Their lights are left on. Anyone in the blue Prius, your lights are on. License plate. Fuck you. Thank you.
Okay, so going back to the APIs, just quickly. I had a chance to read through it, and the one feature that everyone's begging for, at least I am begging, is uploading your roster. We can do that with third-party tools, but you go through an alliance and ask everybody, please do this. You're going to get more no's than yes. I think in our alliance secret, I think only 3 of us have our rosters.
I
So,
don't know. Maybe I didn't
so with it,
use it because it was too difficult to upload before, but I don't know. I'm not sure.
but But with the API, all you need to do, I believe, and I think the MSFGG team is going to handle this. You upload your roster, you put in your PID, and then it'll do it. You don't even upload your last roster. You make an account, you put in your PID, and your roster should come in to the site by itself.
Yeah, but I think the coolest thing about API coming in is that they can just pull all the statistics from the game itself. Like, for example, if you
Yeah,
want to look up
exactly.
at T-Force or ISOs on some characters, you only get to see what MSF.gg users have put on it. While if there's going to
Yeah,
be an API, they're just going to pull from all the player base.
Right. So they have an API, and the API right now is basically useless. So they mentioned specifically in this update that import player rosters into the platform can be easily viewed and shared by themselves and other players, especially their alliance. You know MSFGG is going to be all over that. So that'll make it a lot easier now. And you already have an account in MSFGG. So if you just put in your PID, your roster should come up.
I honestly forgot
I
about all
think.
that. I forgot that you were doing all that. My bad.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. People have lives. It's hard to upload the roster right now. So I can't expect everyone to do it. I did it because I did it. You know what I mean? I was interested to see if it works. But no, yeah, this will be cool. So I'm actually excited for this API. I hope it comes out soon as well.
Mm. Well, I mean,
Imagine how much easier it would be making lanes when you have people's teams and rosters. You know,
it,
you
it
can
doesn't
see it
take
at the.
it doesn't take long for everyone to do it, but it's just actually getting them to do it.
Yeah, that's the thing. Again, I can't just force people. That's not something that's possible. So
All
it'll
right,
be cool.
I got rid
Then,
of the
yeah.
fucking echo.
Oh, you did? Oh, that's good.
So I am
Yeah.
currently working right now, and I finished my work, so now I can focus over here. But I finally got rid of the echo. I just asked someone who was listening. Oh my god. But yeah,
That's cool.
but yeah,
That's cool.
it's just putting in the time to actually do it, and then get everything uploaded, and just yes, it does make everything a lot easier, especially when you're in Discord and you have everything else going on. It's just like I said, getting everyone to do it. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, MSFGG, they have some good tools. I like the website. I mean, you know, we make raid maps now manually, and then we have to go back into our picture editor and change people's names whenever there's a change in the alliance. Well, we can actually make lanes on the website all through the bot, and you can assign people those lanes as long as they're within your alliance on the website. You know, so you can just do that on the fly. Like, oh, you want to be in lane 3, then you just assign someone to lane 3 with one command. You know, and then they get the lane. You know,
Yeah.
so with an API, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
You stay in your lane.
Rev's always
No,
Rev's always
so
trying to start stuff.
no, he's coming into this chat to throw stuff at me. I know that. So
But yeah, overall
yeah.
we have
No, so
a lot of really cool stuff coming out.
yeah.
Um,
Mm.
I am excited for just Dormammu himself. God, I can't talk. Anyways, I'm excited for him to come out. Anyways, I'm not excited trying to get through all the dark dimensions that I need to catch up on, and getting these teams
Oh
built
yeah.
up. But
Mm.
I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready for it.
I want to mention also a line in the Dark Dimension file announcement. The epic 5th chapter of Dark Dimension will have a requirement of get here 16 and certain character traits. So
Yeah.
I bet those character traits are going to be awful.
You know,
Like,
do you know what my worst fear is? Is that they mimic gamma rays, and that's what they do.
they'll
So you have
make you build what's
a
the
creature
name?
and a
No,
hand team.
Pimtech. Pimtech.
Pimtech, yeah. For nodes 1 and 2 has to be Pimtech, and then
Yeah,
nodes
so
3
you'll
and
have
4
to
has
have
to
like
be
30 characters just to get through
yeah.
ADD5.
And they might even up the requirement. You have to have 5 in every node. That's the worst thing I've noticed with DD4 is the 4 minimum 4. You know.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
basically had like in last node, I was almost done with it. I had just enough health on the enemies so that my Dark Phoenix special would just kill them off. And if not for that stupid 4 characters requirement, I would just been able to set
Go
in
back in.
solo Phoenix, yeah, and just use
Yeah.
her special and be done with it yesterday.
But you couldn't.
But
And the shitty thing is that they only give you enough heals in the game. The heals,
to
not
revive
force,
2
heals.
characters.
2. Exactly. So you end up like I did that today with my cosmic. I spent 100 calls because I was down to two characters and I knew I could take them. And I was like, "Look, I'm not waiting 24 hours." You know? So I revived them. All four of them went back in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you do way more than I would. I wouldn't even do that. I'd be like, well, I guess I'll get them
Oh,
tomorrow.
that was what that was my OCD was killing me. Like I can't leave two characters there to finish cosmic, and that was the one with the last cosmic. So you get the elite credits for red stars.
Yeah, it just
So,
I rather use the cores to go through the campaign nodes and get gear. But I mean, I guess if you're like at the final node and in there, and then you wanted to do that, I mean,
yeah,
I could see that. But normally I wouldn't do it. I just wait
yeah.
the whole 24 hours.
No, yeah, well, it depends. Like I said, I wanted to see what 5 star I would get. I ended up getting Polaris. So it wasn't bad. Yeah. So Dormammu's coming up. That's going to be interesting. I wonder. He's going to be Mystic. He's got to be Mystic, right?
Yeah, he's not
Mm.
tech or mutant.
Nah, man, he's gonna be all skill.
He's
Well,
going to be
it
skill.
takes it takes skill
Yeah.
to hold so much power, right?
No, he's going to be skill. He came from Ohio, right? And then he went to the Dark Dimension, and through skill alone, he became Dormammu. So that's a joke, obviously. Yeah,
It's pretty interesting that we basically went from tech mystic and to mystic.
Mhm. They completely, well, I think they're keeping them open. I mean, let's just talk for the sake of talking. What DD or end game content could a bio could, or even like a mutant? Okay, we can say apocalypse, definitely. But for bio and for skill, who would they put with an amount of, to use a high word,
Hmm.
rather class? You know?
I I couldn't
Yeah.
hear you really. What did you say?
Could you please repeat your responses or not? That's cool. I think he
Okay, Raven just died.
Raven just died.
Oh wait, I'm still connected. Can you hear me?
I can hear.
Yes,
Yeah, I
yes.
can hear you.
Okay, fine. No, I was saying like he's mystic because obviously there are mystic creatures that are very powerful. But what skill or bio could they possibly use? Yeah,
For
for
Dark
any kind of
Dimension
end
type
game content.
characters.
Yeah, yeah. Dark Dimension or like a character that you're gonna get Dormammu. But if there was a bio, who would they put in that place?
No idea.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Or even skill,
You're
who
asking
could they put?
questions that we haven't even thought of.
I mean,
You know.
we have Castro, DD level character skill.
No, that's true. That's true.
I think Apocalypse would be like a mutant tech character.
He'll be full mutant. I don't think they're gonna mix it with tech. The dude's the oldest mutant.
Yeah,
The
but
first
a
mutant.
lot of his lore in the comics revolves around being connected to an alien technology, so.
Yeah, I guess. So mutant tech. I mean, you guess he
Yeah,
would work as
that's what
mutant
I would
tech.
think.
Now I'm thinking, what about? I don't want to see him in the game, but if Null had to come into the game, wouldn't he be bio?
Who?
Null.
I don't know, because he's like. All the symbiotes, they're like hosts that are bonded with symbiotes, right? And he's just like.
Mm,
He's not really a host. He is the one who created
he
all this.
created.
Mm-hmm.
I think he would be Mystic if he came out.
Mm, true. He probably would be mystic. So then there are no bio and there are no skill. Like you would have to go deep diving into the
That's gonna be too much.
content.
That's gonna be just way too much. I don't. Mm-mm. That's probably
Yeah.
why. That's probably why they released like 50 X-Men characters, so that explains everything. They don't want to dive into that.
No, true. Yeah, Shadowland is a badass city team for sure. Shadowland. Um, I've upgraded a few T4s and they're kicking more ass now, so definitely worth the upgrades.
I haven't even
I
touched.
think.
I haven't even touched those characters yet.
No, you should. I think they're secrets favorites. Yeah.
Yeah, I just bragged about it in the podcast chat.
Today, actually, I had
So,
just I T14 RG for my Doom 1,
mm.
and I am about
Oh
to
yeah.
T14 my Night Nurse for the heals. And then
Uh,
Gamora is going to be T14 actually really soon. So I'm about to have all of them ready to go.
you don't have Moondragon.
No.
Yeah.
You see how sad I sound?
Because I get a lot of well, not me personally, but there's a lot of questions about Doom rates and the skill notes. And Archie was recommended. I guess he works, but I don't know. I prefer putting Moondragon
I mean, he does because he
with
instantly
Gamora.
has the taunt on there, and then by the time he loses it and it's his turn, I'm able to throw taunt back up again for him. And then Night Nurse last time was just keeping him alive the whole time. And then, I mean, I haven't had any issues with the two nodes that I ran with him in that team. So I mean,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
he's been very
because
helpful, and he takes damage really well too.
skill is pretty easy. If you have Kestrel, she just carries this whole
Uh,
section.
Yeah, he's
Kestrel and Gamora, both of them, they solo sometimes.
yeah, because
I don't
if you if
know.
you if you
I mean, I do
remember,
have 5 characters, but okay.
because you remember last time I told you when I had it, I didn't have Gamora in there, but I had Baron, which they still did find that first tech node or skill node,
Mm,
and then on the second,
mm,
he just Baron just died, and then
mm.
I switched it with Gamora, and I mean that was lasting just fine for me. But
Raymond
Yeah.
was bragging this morning how well his skill node went, and then I go into mine where fucking blocks my Zemos ability block, so I got really fucked there and lost
That can happen.
two characters in the end.
No, I was bragging about because I managed to get Kestrel up to 4 stars now, and she was already 4 red stars, so she went up in power like 15,000. And yeah, no, she wiped the floor in that mode. Compared to the other times, she was still wiping the floor, but you know, it's better now. It's easier now. Revenge, they're using the skin from the movie Black Widow. That's what they're doing. So yeah, you can now get a feminine version of Taskmaster. I mean, this model looks feminine.
Ooh, spoilers, spoilers.
Eh. No, I'm saying the model does look feminine. If you look on the website, I'm not spoiling it. Look at the picture.
look,
You know.
all I'm going to say
Uh,
is that
I don't know. I would say that she sees a clear bulge there.
yeah, I give everyone look as a spoiler thing. I give everyone like a week or two, and past that, that's it. I'm just gonna say that now. So just a fair
Uh,
warning. But
not
yeah,
that
anyways,
far
yeah,
shadow.
the costume itself still looks cool. I actually didn't mind
No, I like
the
the
new look for
costumes.
him. I did miss that old school just straight up skull under that hood,
Yeah.
but I mean,
Mhm.
I did like the new look. It was pretty cool. It was nice to actually just see the character, and I'm wondering if we're gonna see more of Taskmaster in the
Yeah,
future.
I think we will. I mean, at the end of okay, never mind. Spoilers. I don't want to.
Yeah, it's
I'm
not
sure
the
that some
skin I
people
would
haven't
go
watched.
for with the Taskmaster, but yeah, it's the most realistic one we would get, and here it is.
No, it's. I like it. I mean, there are better
Yeah, I
ones
don't
out
mind it. I think it's better than the original one, but original one is really terrible in my opinion anyway. So
there. Right. He looks like cumbersome, to be honest. Like if I was wearing that much gear, like I would trip over myself. You know what I mean? I feel like that. Like he needs to be a little more sleek because he's like a skilled fighter, right? He hasn't got any
Yeah.
powers other than muscle memory, but I mean, he looks like he will trip over his cape. You know what I mean? With the amount of moves he does.
Yeah.
So I get what you're saying, sure. So I mean, yeah, this looks like a really cool update. I do know the first half of this is going to cause people to like rage quit. Um, we because the fact I think that the teal gear is only going to be really only going to be in Doom 2 and getting into Doom 2, 30%. We need to see how hard that's going to be, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's because basically this whole blog was leaked
Uh-huh.
That's my one thing I
before
have
it
just
was released.
about leaks in general. I've never liked leaks, and that can go for this. That can go for movies or games on consoles. I just don't like leaks. So whenever anyone talks
Uh-huh.
about like, hey, are you gonna talk about this? I'm like, nope, I don't even want to know about it. If it's not officially released, I don't care. Just because I don't like the spoil of it. Like it just takes everything away.
Yeah, I don't
No, you're
really
right.
mind it, but I think the element of surprise is still nice because basically before right now Scopely is kind of working on it because if
Uh,
it was like it was before, Tona, Valley Flying, and whoever else would just
yeah,
yell
definitely for next
already
year.
that hey, that and that character are coming in the next update, and but now they seem like they stopped giving that information and instead they just tease the
Yeah,
silhouettes of new characters on the social media, which I think is better.
You
just
know,
get.
I
No,
used
I
to
agree.
I used to do
I like
game
that.
testing for companies, and one of the main things they made you do was sign a disclosure. So if any of that
Mhm.
information was leaked or you said it, I mean, you get sued for it. Like
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
could just be like,
non-disclosures. Yeah.
yeah, hey, check out these new teams. Oh, awesome. Okay, let me go to my YouTube account and start talking about. Like, no, just stop them. Like,
No, hundred
Which
percent. I agree.
for
But
me
I
it's
like it.
like not that one-sided because yeah, the elements of surprise is good, but at the same time, if I'll know
Uh,
which characters are coming on, which teams they are going in, I can prepare long
mm.
before, stack some
I mean, that
gear,
happened.
stack some red stars.
That happened with the Secret Avengers. I mean, I saw a few of these of the content creators screaming that save your skill, because Secret Avengers are coming out and all three of them are skills. So
Yeah, but
yeah,
it's
they were still
because
doing that.
the Cap Sam kit was determined with the Infinity Watch patch.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
true.
Like before,
Yeah.
because like before there would be like 3 months before her release, and everyone was screaming, "Hey, Emma Frost is coming to the MSF," and I could stack my elite orbs, my mutant gear and stuff
Mm,
just to get
true.
her up and running.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I think it's fine
I like
mostly.
the surprise, and that's what's
Yeah,
missing
me
from this
too.
blog post. That's what's missing from this blog post. Those four silhouetted characters. Do we still have confirmation of who they are?
I
There's been
think
one.
they are. I think they are going to unveil at least one of them on the Friday with the blog because we are really supposed to be getting close to the new patch, so they should start showing new characters' abilities. And by the way, with the leak of this whole blog post, there was also a leak about Deathpool, one of the new characters
Yeah.
that were supposed to come out.
Mhm.
And it said that
Right.
it's a she and that she's going to be a part of New Warriors, but it wasn't on this blog, so maybe
Mm.
it was false. Maybe they just rescheduled it. We'll see.
Maybe. Maybe. But they're releasing four characters in the next patch, right? That's the news.
Yeah,
Mm. Nice.
which
Tommy must be happy about that one, right? Four,
case.
four new characters coming up.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
man, I don't
I you know me. I ranted enough back in the day. I just wanted just characters to stop popping up so much. I still kind of do, but we'll see.
No,
We'll see how it goes.
oh, true. I mean, it's getting cumbersome, but the good thing is they're making these releases a little bit easier. Before it was like blitz after blitz after blitz after blitz, and it was like, come on, and it's like one event and two blitz, or one event and three blitz. You know what I mean? And
I'm just getting tired
I'm happy. I'm
of
happy
Blitz
it's
in
not.
general.
Yeah. So now it's like one blitz and then one event, and now we have this strike pass,
which
which
is
is releasing
fair.
characters. Yeah, but I mean, it guarantees you get the thing. Unless you're not doing your dailies, you're gonna
Blitz
get them.
pretty much Blitz did the same thing for you.
No, but Blitz, you have to get to that certain milestone. If you don't, you miss out. You know, if
Yeah,
you had like a
whatever.
day off, you miss a day of Blitz, you don't get the character. With
I don't
these, with
know.
the strike
I
pass, you're gonna get it.
didn't went hard at all for Maria. Like I got 20 shards for this time, and I
Oh,
just
speaking of
slagged
that, I
to
have all three of them.
fuck
Yeah, you blocked them though, yeah?
Yeah, it was.
whale.
Which is
I mean,
uncharacteristic of
because
you.
you know it's rare that I do it regardless, but
Mm.
I I wanted to this time. So after I finished my skill team, I'm gonna work on those three, and then figure out a
No,
team.
well, they're pretty good.
And okay,
Those
I do
three
have a
could be your skill team, though.
I do have this comment because I was watching someone who had them, who already has them at the highest that they can get them, except for they were missing a few stars on the Secret Avengers team. So I was already
Yeah.
like, what the fuck? But they were trying to figure out who can take out an Infinity Watch, and they were using those three, and then they were swapping different characters out. And I forgot what the last team was because they're like, we finally found a team that works, and it was extremely fucking stupid because they had those three in there. I forgot the fourth, but the fifth they threw in Doom.
Oh, fourth is
Oh, yeah.
probably Kestrel.
And and I'm
Kestrel.
and I'm like,
Yeah.
yo guys, this team works really well. I'm like, you put Doom in there.
Well,
What were you
there's
expecting from that? Like,
apparently there's a new content creator now who also I think is so I haven't heard from him before. Apparently he's the kind of guy that does that. I mean, not that out in the day, but
well, even if
he
you're a
seems
new
to be
new
quite
content
well.
creator, I mean that's cool if you're a new content creator. But I mean, you know, if you're gonna say this team works really well, not everyone's gonna have Doom. Like, yeah, I get Infinity Watch as a pain in the ass, but and in yes, Secret, I think it was Kestra was one of them too, but still, I was like, that's fucking silly. You're gonna throw in Doom and like the Secret Avengers team works, and he didn't even put that in his title. He just put this team beat Infinity Watch. Like, oh, first of all, that was a bait. There was a 24-minute video of you trial and error until you finally said, "Let me just throw in Doom." Like,
No, yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
But
because first of all, not everyone's going to have Doom, yeah, but secondly, and I think what's most important is that not everyone, like, definitely not everyone's going to have Secret Avengers and the other two at the same power level as him because it's like a Kraken tier,
yeah,
and it just
oh yeah,
probably won't
that's
work.
I mean that's current advice for people that spend a lot of money. Which again, I'm not against. I don't want to sound like I'm against that, but I'm saying people that spend a lot of money will probably have a team like that today. And by the time people like me have a team like that, it's not going to be needed. You know?
yeah. I mean, there was, like I said, that one that I had saw when he was on YouTube. His his Secret Avengers. I mean, they literally just dropped, and he had them completely maxed out, stars and all. I
Mm.
think one character, I think it was Maria Hill, was missing a
Mm.
star,
Well,
and
see, that's what I'm saying.
and I was like, what? Like for me, it's or like I say, it's already rare that I buy characters. I usually get them when I see, some that I really like, or that I really want to try out, and it's rare, and then I'll grab them. But man, I don't even want to know how much these people are dropping for something that could potentially go away. That's a huge investment.
That's why I mean that's why I always say spend money if you want to spend money wisely. I think. So, Still,
Shadow Raider, I hope never. I hope never. RDA should go
well,
away.
yeah, and that's what needs to go away. The whole RTA. So they should replace RTA with this new game mode coming up, the tournaments. It sounds similar and it sounds better. RTA is just a waste of time. You can't even. It's just horrible. I
It
just don't
is.
like it.
It is. It's really
Yeah.
fucking dumb. And they're
And I'm always the type of guy to try and find positives about it. And I'm like, there is no positives about it. Like, I mean, even buying the game, even buying the strike pass or the whatever pass that is, you can only really do it if you're sure you're going to get through 100 levels. If you're 100% sure, because if you don't, you wasted your money. Like,
yeah.
I never cleared a single RTA season. Yeah, I'm slack and I just cannot make myself do it. I just
no, me too.
fucking cannot.
I
The
think
bet,
just
the,
not long
the
ago I just started doing the daily for it. I just never even touched it. I didn't want to because I thought it was stupid already. But right now,
uh,
currently, I think I'm sitting at what level am I at? I'm at 10, and that's just because I
it
literally do it every day, and that's it now.
was it was funny
Oh,
because
for dailies.
I think this morning I woke up and I was like, okay, I'm going to push I'm going to push RTA a bit further because I want to get Bishop to 4 stars. Because I was like six off, five, I was like four off it. So I'm going to push him and get him to thing. But you get those free orbs in the morning,
Mm-hmm.
those basic orbs, the free ones they get at the bottom.
Yeah.
I opened one and I got five of Bishop. So it was like fate was telling me, please don't waste your time on RTA. So I ended up upgrading him. I didn't bother. I just did my two for the dailies finish. You know.
That's what happened last past weekend. Remember, I was like, I really want Bishop, but I'm not gonna work hard and go hard in RT.
Mhm.
It's stupid. And then what happened? I opened that Mega Orb, and there was all the remaining shards I needed. I was like, fuck RT. I don't need it. I'm
So
done.
if the game's RNG is telling us no need to do RTA, so why should
We're sorry.
we?
We feel your pain. Let me help you. Thank Thanks, robots. Thanks. Yeah, I don't know. I would really like I would like some old stuff to come back. And I've said it before, but I would really like character specific raids to come back. I know they didn't last very long. They would only last maybe upwards to like a week for you to like run those raids. Maybe more.
But do
I
you
don't
remember
remember.
They were
do you,
running exactly the same time as Alpha, Beta, and Gamma, like time wise. It's
yeah,
like 3 weeks or two.
yeah. Do you remember the Deadpool raids were only 2 hours long?
Yeah, I
Do you
loved it.
remember that?
I
Yeah, yeah,
I
the chimichanga event.
non-ironically
Yeah,
loved
the
it.
Chimichanga 2 hours. That was nice. I enjoyed that 2 hour raids. But then you have to get everyone be awake and ready. Okay, go ahead.
Everyone was just freaking out because the last section was a global villain,
Mm.
and basically all global villains sucked. You had unreworked Hydra, unreworked AIM, and all that fun
Mm.
stuff.
Yeah, but
Man,
I mean,
the good
it
old
was still
days.
fun just to unlock characters like that, though. Even if it was
Mm.
turns, I mean, that's when you really had to work on teams. Which then again, it was really annoying to see, Yandu with, uh, I'm cross Yandu with crossbones. Who was it? Captain
And
America,
Quake.
Quake,
Quake.
Kingpin.
King. That's the only time you ever saw Kingpin being used.
Poor Kingpin, huh? He's been in the game since forever, and he has not been touched. You know?
Because no one
And
wants
he's
to.
a cool character. He's like it's damn Kingpin, He's not like some schlub. He's an actual Kingpin. Give him some love. I think they should put him on hand.
Maybe
That's what
they
my
do look
opinion
at
is.
him and they're like, we can rework him, guys, and they look at him and they're just like,
How can we
nah,
make money from it?
nah,
Maybe. Yeah.
nah.
you know?
They haven't even given him a costume.
Uh,
right?
What do you think? We don't know, and that's what we're scared about Shadow Raider, because in the blog was mentioned that I'll read it for you verbatim. Um, uh, hold up.
I think at least the section requirements are going to stay, like city, global, and cosmic.
I hope so, and I hope it's not like Gamma.
But it's
As well.
probably going to. Well, I say it's going to be the least they're going to do. So
Oh, it could be like beta.
I'm really sure they're going to make it harder for everybody.
I think this is the last one they're doing. You're right. This
Yeah,
is the last one they're doing. So they're
Yeah.
gonna make
yeah.
it. They can't make it that Sedano Mac gets it in 3 days.
I
They
mean,
have to make it tough.
y'all
You
are
know, they have
going
to
with
make
that,
it
but
good.
I'm curious as to who's gonna be the first to actually beat DD5.
Someone in regional.
Rengaku, Japan.
Yeah.
Soon,
Someone in Legion will beat it first.
it's as soon
I
as it
think they're gonna
drops,
give it to Fate's Fury.
the one with the biggest wallet is gonna beat it first.
They might give it to Fate's Fury because he's the leader of Legion. He hasn't been
Yeah, last
first yet.
time they Tadano let Yags go for it first.
Did they give any rewards out for the one that beat DD4 first? Like what
Hmm.
Foxnet used to do?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah,
They did.
they gave you
What
a
did they
choice
do?
between a ghost and call.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
okay. I remember that now. I picked Cole.
yeah,
Okay,
good.
I do remember that now.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm thinking to make it hard, if they want to make it hard, and not too hard, they're not going to do it like Gamma. So I think they might do it like Beta. So you have to use skill, mystic, mutant for each different section. That'll make it tough, and not as tough as being like a specific team like Pimtech.
Man, if this is gonna be their last one, just give us free range. Just give us the free range. Just let us have fun. I'm just saying, it'll be perfect. It would be fine.
In the game, remind me, secret traits is what? Because you
Traits
get
are
a
just tags. What and
tags,
tags
right?
is what
Okay.
they refer to. Like city is
That's,
still a tag.
yeah, but cities referred to as origin, right?
Yeah, origin trait. That's what they call it.
Uh-huh. And then the other one with mutants and stuff, what is that?
Yeah, mutants is origin.
Okay, so what's city global?
Oh, I don't remember.
Yeah. Anyway, I just hope that actually I'm hoping they make it really hard, but not so hard that schlubs like me
That's what I'm saying.
can't finish it. But
They could make it harder, but give us free range of creating whatever team we
DD4
want.
DD4 has
yeah.
pretty good difficulty aside from fucking Note 12.
Uh-huh. No, you know why I'm saying that is because if you guys remember, ED2 was going on. The excitement the community had. Who's going to finish? When is he going to finish? Like, remember Widowmaker finished that first, and we were all like excited, and it went on for like a month. I think it was long. It wasn't like a week or anything like that. And everyone was like excited, and when he finally told the people, like, what? Rating, like, dude, happy, and he finished it, and then now he gets to choose. That excitement is gone from DD4 to Act 3 because
Yeah,
these
Shadow
guys on
Rider,
top are
that would.
just
Yeah, okay, go on, go on.
no, go on. I'm finished. I just was
Okay, yeah,
throwing
Shadow
out.
Rider, this would be okay because it would just mean that you build your typical like DD4 team that you already built and then get your Doom Raid teams to Gear 16 as it's going to be the same requirement basically.
Yeah, that would make sense. That would be good. That's what I was saying. Skill, mutant, bio, those things. Instead of being city, global, and cosmic. I think they should do that. That would make it interesting as well. Like imagine having to take in 5 mystics. That would be cool. I don't know which five mystics I'll take, but taking in five mystics for a section.
what if they made it I mean, I know they won't do this though, but what if they did it to where like one or two of the characters were already just given to you, like from your roster, like it had to be a specific few, just one or two, and then the rest you could build around them.
Yeah, it'll take Yondu from your roster in your help.
You got to use Yondu. Everyone else you can pick. You're like, fuck. Let me go.
Yondu will, Yondu will replace your highest power character.
Let me go ahead and put
Yeah.
Quake and Crossbones, Captain America back in here.
Well, it'll be funny if they say like two or three nodes will have to be minions only. That would be funny.
Do you remember? Well, my voice just cracked there. Do you remember? I don't remember his name. The guy that used the Hydra team before the rework to run DD2.
Oh yeah, I remember the guy was like he finished one node in 1 month.
That
We were all watching him at that point, right?
yeah,
And
everyone
he
everyone
finished
was watching. Everyone was waiting.
and he finished one node in 1 month.
If I remember right, he only got through it when Hydra was reworked.
Yeah, Nigel got reworked. He managed to make it through.
He's like, I'm
But
almost
before
there,
that,
guys. I'm on my third node. Rework. Oh god, I'm just breezing through this now. At least he tried though. He tried it though.
how they releasing T5s? I didn't even read that. If they, I guess they will eventually release T5s. Yeah,
It's gonna be a lot
yeah,
of different
they
stuff
are.
coming out. It's gonna be a lot.
No, I don't know. T5s or just another level of T4s, I think, wouldn't hurt really.
Yeah.
Like if
No,
looking from for it to on it from a rebalance perspective, it could really elevate some characters if they added new passes, for example.
right.
Or they could
Oh yeah.
just have just one pass. just just one. I mean, I've already dislike season passes in general and anything, but just if they add a third one, I'm I don't have anything. I'm just gonna be upset. It's gonna be stupid.
Yeah, community
What could you do?
was like, hey, why don't you just expand the RTA pass to all game modes? And they like, no, we'll make a new pass specifically for achievements.
So
Sorry, I just had a funny thought. So, like we wake up tomorrow morning and read the new Scopely Salty game.
stupid. I would be really upset with that actually.
What I would do is I'll get onto our Discord server, send a message to everyone asking if they have any recommendations for new games. Because this is no longer going to be an MSF server. It's going to be something different.
Next week, Hello Kitty Adventure Island. Are y'all ready?
Because oh man,
I'll go
that
play
would
anything else besides if they start doing that bullshit.
that would just be terrible. I can't imagine. Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah, but I will give Stokely their dues. They haven't really completely destroyed the game yet, so let's hope they stay on that.
That's true because we all thought that we all thought they were. So
We did. We all really thought they were going to just like pump up, like be money grabbing, just fuck up the game as it is. They haven't. So we have to give them some recommendation. They have to give them some dues though. They didn't really kill the game
yeah.
yet. I'm using the word specifically. So no, yeah, I'm happy about that. So yeah,
We can see where it goes. We'll worry about it till then.
yeah.
But hey, I don't know if y'all have anything else. I think I ran out of things right there.
Me too. That's why I kind of went silent.
Okay. Well, I'm glad. Thanks for that.
Yeah,
This is
I'm out too.
Yeah. Well, hey, that works for me because, like I said, I had no idea what else to do, so we can go from right here. But I'm glad we were able to go ahead and hop on and do an update for the current news that was coming on. And I'm happy for everyone that did join and listen in.
Yeah.
But other than that, thanks for joining in. We'll still continue the regular podcast this weekend, and
Uh-huh.
we will talk to everyone then.
Yeah.
And thanks for having me.
No, it was
Yes,
nice having you. Definitely.
we can always have you again.
Yeah.
Pleasure
Stay
is
just.
all mine.
Awesome. Well, thanks again, everyone, and y'all have a good Tuesday. See ya.
Hasta la vista.
Пока.